Yeah.
Now, I'm blessed in a sense. I had the opportunity to hit 2 20-year high school reunions. I wasn't able to make the one for Frail Township because we were away for family vacation, but I did get to go to my Red Bank Catholic one. And I went to RBC. I left there and wound up at Frail Township junior year. Both experiences were great, and I made great relationships. But oddly enough, the Red Bank Catholic high school reunion, I had an absolute blast. And mostly, I didn't get to experience the Frail Township one. I'm assuming it would have been similar, but
Right.
people see things on social media, and you get to keep in contact through it. So we've discussed some of the negative sides of it, but it was like with some people that I lost contact with that I was really close with in school. We didn't really lose contact because they knew I had 3 kids. They knew my kids' names. I knew their names. So when you wind up at your 20-year reunion and you wind up at yours, even those relationships that you had that have floundered out a little bit now, you'll see just a little post here or a little post there has kept you guys connected. And
Definitely.
people that maybe aren't at your forefront today are still there. They're still rooting for you. They're still pulling for you and still want the best for you.
Yeah.
And that's nice. And you got to remember, while you're embracing being a dad now, things are only going to get more hectic, and you're going to have less time to devote to friends. You're going to have less time to devote to yourself is the worst, but you're going to lose some relationships that you don't realize still exist. And for me, I realized that a lot this summer at that reunion. People that I haven't talked to in years still know exactly where I'm at. And I thought I was like the creep because I knew where they were at. Like, I know they got kids. Like, I'm on social
They know
media,
where you're
I see
at.
them. But you get
They
what
know.
I'm saying.
They know.
Funny.
You think
They may say they don't know.
well, you think you're dropping the ball as a friend, and it's not that. Life just got different a little bit. So for me, and you saw it. By the time I had my 3rd kid, I stepped back from a lot of things in life. Obviously, as much stuff I was doing, going to political fundraisers or whatever it was, I had to take a step back.
Oh, of course. No,
I'm all for a good cause, but the best cause is in my house. And whether it's tucking my son in or watching a movie with Rosalie or enjoying time with Josephine, which I don't know if it's the same for you guys. I never connected with any of my kids when they were really young.
Well, that's what I was going to try to talk to him about, but keep going.
Well, that's where I was going to go with it.
Yeah.
So Max was a little different because he was the only one in the house. It was just me and him and Mare, and I was my firstborn. We weren't supposed to have kids. They told us we weren't able to. He was like a miracle. Then all hell breaks loose. I got 3 now, but I looked at him differently. I love them all the same, but at that time, he was a miracle to me in my eyes. So I held him as much as I could, and I would hold all my kids. I couldn't really hold Rosie. She was sick. We couldn't vibe. But, I didn't get to be friendly with Rosalie until she was 2. She kind of hated me. Josephine, by the time we had her, Mom takes all that, not takes the time. She's needed more than me at the point where you are right now. Amanda is needed more than you. You're at work and you come home and, maybe you want that time with your daughter, but it's not available for you right now. But when she does get to that point, make sure you're ready to accept it. Don't get stuck into no, of course. But I'm just saying in general, and to anybody listening, make sure that you're available for it.
Yeah.
Because right now, Josephine is becoming a daddy's girl, just like Rosie has become. And not that I'm sad about it, but I've said it before. I'm just finding out who Josephine is. I didn't really know what she liked. I didn't know what she disliked. She was a little
that is
delayed
a
with
tough
speech.
dynamic, man. This is the second time we've talked about this, and
It's
I'm
tough,
still getting
and
a picture of it. That's really difficult.
Josephine had a tough time talking in the beginning, and I couldn't understand her. And now she's speaking, and there's more of a need for me because she's not so dependent on her mom. And when Rosie was sick, she needed her mom. I couldn't fill that void, and she literally hated me. But when they're ready to embrace you, make sure you have the time because you're never going to get it back. We talked about it. Blink of an eye, it goes.